Film Seizure travels to the boot for 4 straight weeks of what we're calling Mondo Italiano. Join us for a plate of pasta and a glass of dolcetto as we watch 4 Italian movies that are either ripping off a genre or an actual movie made in the West. It's Mondo Italiano on Film Seizure. We have made it to the end of Mondo Italiano here at Film Seizure. I am Jeff Arbuckle.
I'm Jason Oliver.
I'm Chuck Moore.
And
we just completed our Perillo tour.
yes, and we ended on a high note, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Bellissimo, molto bellissimo.
This is, man, anything. It could have just been.
It really could have been
It could have been like, I don't know.
It could have been
4 hours.
It could have been Super Mario taking a dump on a plate, and it would have been better than Night Killer.
That's kind of where I was going with
Yeah.
Really? Oh, right. Fun.
Yeah, so Robowar. Jason.
Yeah. So, all right, this movie is something else. It is a ripoff, a blatant ripoff of Predator, but instead of a Predator alien monster, it's a like a robot android Robocop kind of deal. So they took Robocop and they put him in the jungle and made a Predator ripoff with Robocop. Yeah, sure.
Accurate.
Only the Italians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this again harkens back to our Shocking Dark.
Yeah, very much so.
Where
Where
Terminator dropped into an alien scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is definitely more of a Predator knockoff than it is a RoboCop knockoff. There are, and I was hoping I would get it, and I was very glad they rip. Absolutely, they take direct scenes from Predator,
Right.
and remake them in Robowar, and it's glorious. Like, that's the shit I want to see. I want to see that. Right? They could have done it more, but what I got was great.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, like there could have been more with. So this movie stars Reb Brown, and Reb, he's a pretty good action guy.
Yeah,
Really,
big old biceps,
big old dude.
He's our Schwarzenegger.
Yes, and unfortunately, he was in maybe one of the most memorable episodes of Mystery Science Theater ever.
Yes.
Space Mutiny. And that movie is shockingly bad. That movie played all the time on cable when we were kids. Like, I saw it before I ever saw it on Mystery Science Theater. But he's kind of forever linked with that. He was also Captain America in the 70s. In 2 TV movies.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was the guy who had the motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
the doofy helmet, motorcycle helmet instead of the cowl.
Oh yeah.
So but he was also in a ton of these types of movies in the 80s, where it's mercenaries stalking jungles, just like every other action movie in the 80s. So with him in there, it's like, okay, I got somebody to hold on to here. I got somebody I know will bring it.
Yeah, but everybody pretty much brings it.
Oh yeah. I mean, this does not feel like a really terribly disjointed Italian movie.
No.
Like it seems well put together. I mean, explosions.
There's a plan.
Explosions out the ass.
There's a plan. There's a focus. There's a script. There's things move from point to point logically for the most part.
Although, I will say, little reason to go and blow up that village, but it was fun.
Well, they had to do that because that's what happened in Predator.
Sure.
That was the mission in Predator.
But that was not their mission here.
Right.
They just decided, let's go fuck them up.
Well, they got to make it a little bit different.
Well, I mean, they saw those people killing innocents on the street.
Right.
And Reb Brown isn't going to stand for
No,
that.
he's Captain fucking America.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here. We can do some good. We're going to fuck them up. And that's what they do.
That was almost a we're here, we're queer, we're going to go fuck them up
Well,
speech. You
maybe
almost gave us a chance.
Maybe
there.
they were queer too.
So who are these guys? What are
They were mercenaries of some nature. They're the big ass motherfuckers.
Bam.
Bam. They
That's
go
what I
by
was looking
Bam.
for.
Big ass
Bam.
motherfuckers. Yep.
They are the Ultra A team.
An elite team. Yeah.
Yes. Not seemingly tied to a government or to a specific army.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
I think they were just mercenaries.
Yeah. Could be.
They were all like Vietnam dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of them at least.
At least a couple of them, yeah.
Get me Bam.
Bam.
But the whole movie, Jason, talk about the beginning of the movie because you were worried. You were worried at the beginning.
Well, the beginning of the movie, it starts with this helicopter that is
and just like night fuckface. What was that movie? Night Killer.
Just jumps
Shit
right
face fuck face. Shit face fucker fuck. Whatever you want to call that movie. It was terrible. It just dives right in. Just like as soon as you press play.
yeah,
fuck,
you're in the
bam,
movie. You're in the movie. Yeah.
in. Yeah.
No pretense.
yeah.
No fade in. Even it's boom movie. It's a helicopter and it's tracking something and it's saying it's out of control and you hear some things, some words like Omega 1 and mind of its own and lost control and all this and you see down on the ground something pointing a laser rocket arm at the sky and firing, and then you see this sort of like weird orange mosaic vision,
Pixelated orange.
yeah,
vision.
and some robotic noises, and that's robot vision. That's our predator vision, but it's robot vision. And you see explosions.
You made me up. Me received.
Yes, that you hear that a lot.
Throughout the
The
fucking
whole goddamn
Yeah.
movie.
But my favorite instance of it, we'll talk about it later. With the yeah, we'll talk about it later.
But you see all these explosions in robot vision. You can't really fucking see what's happening. It's like I want to see these explosions. Like why can't I see things blow up?
He just wants to see shit
Come in
blow
with
up.
a bang, right? So I'm a little worried. Like, oh man, are they really gonna cheap out on this thing? But not to worry. Things
corrected
correct
that.
themselves. Yeah.
That was short order correction too.
But the helicopter is calling it in, and they're like, "We've lost control of Omega 1." And then you see the robot arm, and it fires a laser, and the helicopter explodes, and then we hit credit sequence.
Yep.
It's kind of perfect.
yeah, I appreciated that we got a little bit of, oh my god, what's going on? What's going on? Oh my god, everything's blown up. Because like everything did basically blow up. We find out later a little bit more. Like there's a lady who is credited as the name Virgin,
Yeah.
but I believe her name is Virginia.
Yeah, they fucked that up.
Yeah, just like Murphy.
Just
Murphy. My name's Murphy.
just like nigv.
I missed the spelling shit. Missed the spelling.
Nigth of terrors.
The niggas of terror. This is an enjoyable movie.
This is a what movie?
What?
Enjoyable movie.
It is enjoyable.
I enjoyed it.
It's like yeah, I mean it's sort of like almost any 80s action movie and of its kind, you know, like almost even going back even to like the Dirty Dozen or whatever. It sort of harkens back to those types of movies. You know, you've got men on a mission,
Right.
and there's something they have to seek and destroy.
Yeah.
Even Predator was that kind of movie when it came out, but it had sort of the alien twist, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's got their own personalities.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you've got like no nonsense Red Brown, Murphy.
Murphy.
Yep. Murphy.
His
Yep.
name was Murphy. But you kept calling him the title card said Murphy.
Murphy.
That's dumb.
Murphy Black.
Murphy Black.
Yeah.
Which is
he was.
Murphy Brown's second cousin.
Yes, he was the no nonsense dude.
He's the leader.
Then you had Quang.
Quang was the all-knowing, like one with nature guy.
Yeah, he's the Native American in Predator Billy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's Vietnamese in this.
Yes, Quang.
Yeah.
And he looks Vietnamese or Philippine.
No, it's
Filipino.
I know he's specifically Vietnamese because they say he's left over from the Vietnam War, but douchebag McFucknugget
Calls him
yeah.
Well, he looks just like Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, except for bigger, much bigger.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is every bit as big as
If
Red Brown was.
Manny Pacquiao were like a light heavyweight, maybe. Yeah.
So picture that, America.
Yeah, for you boxing fans
Yeah.
out there that know Manny Pacquiao and the middleweight division.
Yes. Then you had
Peel.
Peel. Which one was Peel? Bless you.
Bless you.
He was the kind of the loose cannon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who goes off chasing after the.
He had the bazooka.
Yeah.
Is that him?
No,
that was
that was Guarino.
Guarino. Yes.
Guarino had the bazooka?
Yeah.
Guarino had the bazooka, and he got stepped in a bear trap. What the fuck is with these bear traps?
Italians
The
and their
places
bear
that don't have
traps.
bears?
It didn't look nearly as deadly as the one from Burial
No,
Ground.
it just looked like
it was just nails in a board.
basically.
Yeah.
But still, ouch.
Yeah, for sure.
Then you had Papa Doc,
Papa Doc.
who was Bray was his name.
Yeah, he was kind of. They actually, I was kind of happy. They actually did a good job of not essentially just making the same characters from Predator. They were different enough, and you can't really draw many lines from one to the other, except I think for
Quang.
Quang. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Quang and Reb Brown.
Reb was
obviously Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
right. And Papa Doc, he's just kind of the medic. I mean, they call him Papa Doc because he's a doctor.
Yeah.
Which is interesting that they bring along a medic.
And he smokes that like
Pipe.
a pipe, like,
Yeah.
but it's not even like a normal pipe. It's
like an old man pipe with like a curve.
the
and
curve
a big
and the bowl. Yeah, exactly. It's a sort of old timey Victorian pipe.
Yeah. Then was that all of them? I think that's all of our main guys. And then they bring along.
Well, the guy who leads the mission.
Right. So
The reason they're there.
Right. So after the credits, this little squirrely guy meets with this looks like a general, and it's like, okay, here's the deal. Omega One's like, fucked, basically, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna get you the best team to go in there.
We'll give you BAM.
Give you BAM.
Bam.
Big ass motherfuckers.
Big ass motherfucker.
And they're basically like, they kind of set up as like a death wishy type of like they'll get the job done.
Yeah.
And they're going to be kind of crazy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else might die in the process,
Yeah.
basically.
Pretty much happens.
Yeah.
And they say, it's like then shadowy evil general guy. It's like, make sure they don't know anything about Omega One before or after. And the guy's like, oh, yes, sir. And he's like, okay. So he shows up. This is one of those things that it's kind of a trope in these types of movies, I guess. It does frustrate me a little bit. It's one of those things where it's like, he then goes and hires BAM, but never tells them until the shit hits the fan
What the mission is.
And it's
Inexplicably.
Yeah.
There's no real...
right. It's like, well, technically, shouldn't BAM be able to say, then no, we're not going to do this?
They
mission?
probably could, but they're also probably like they specialize in probably bullshit missions like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Where don't ask, don't tell kind of missions, right? Where they're
But I feel like they should always have information in hand before they land into a shit.
well,
zone,
if this were Lee Marvin leading this mission, he would have had the scene where it's like, you tell me what the fuck this is before I put my men in danger,
Yeah, Lee Marvin is a bad motherfucker.
Which there wasn't really a scene like that. Yeah.
I mean, there were a couple knives and guns held to that guy's head. to try to get
Eventually,
into-
yeah,
But
they
after
wheedle, they
a
weed,
couple
yeah,
guys are dead.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so
It's like,
it's
what are
like-
we actually dealing with here? Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, because they make it even sound like, well, you're hunting something. Okay, what? A bear? That seems odd in a jungle. Or
Right.
Or a tiger? What do you want me? What are we after here?
Well, it's similar even to Predator though, because the mission that they go on with Carl Weathers,
Oh yeah.
they don't have all the information there either, and there's more that meets the eye in regards to the guerrilla military outfit they're there to take out.
Right.
there isn't like a, Carl Weathers doesn't know about the Predator. That's kind of what makes that movie great. Is they're sort of like this team that doesn't have all the information. They feel a little bit double crossed by Carl Weathers, but they still complete the mission. And then all of a sudden, holy shit, we're dealing with an alien. Like that comes way out of left field, and really, it shouldn't even have been spoiled because you see the spaceship at the beginning of Predator. Right. Like if they had left that out, and if you'd seen that movie in the theater and not known anything about it, you would have thought you were watching like a military movie, not a science fiction movie.
Yeah, it would have been interesting for them to have done something similar to this movie. Here we go. This is where things get weird, right?
Yeah.
Because like the beginning of this movie is arguably much better. You don't know exactly. I mean, like if you don't know what Robowar is, you just turn on fucking HBO and this is on and it's playing. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know that this is necessarily a robot. It could be drones that are fucking up or whatever, right? But you don't see him. You don't, there's no obvious thing, right? But I don't know. I mean, yeah, that beginning of Predator was always kind of wonky.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
it's like you should have really kind of maybe held that a little closer to the vest.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, it's hard to talk about Robowar without talking about Predator because it's basically the same movie.
Well, that's fine.
But I think that's also what makes Robowar fun, is the fact that it is, and this is the theme of the month. It's ripping off, and I think this is the most blatant ripoff of the 4 movies we watched this month.
Yes, there were various other types of ripoffs of an idea of a particular thing or of something that was going on that ultimately gets the benefit from something else that's popular by happenstance and stuff like that. I didn't want to just do like 4 direct ripoffs because God, it's like that. Some of those are real rough. We also found out that some of these other ones were real rough too.
Yeah.
But I mean it's a blatant ripoff, but it does seem to kind of stand on its own.
I agree.
It seems
it's just different enough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a lot of the same beats.
Oh, we forgot about the one character, the old gray hair guy.
Oh yeah. What was his name? Corey.
Yeah, Corey.
God, why did I remember these names?
I don't know.
I
don't remember anything at this point.
Chuck has been destroyed by Italian.
Chuck has spent some time in an Italian prison. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
No, it's I forgot about that. And he's grizzled and he's just like, well, the bigger gun base. He's the type that's like, I'm going to just shoot the biggest gun and fuck everything up.
He really likes to shoot his gun.
He really does. Everybody really likes to shoot.
They really like to shoot their guns.
There's that one scene in Predator where they all unleash their weapons, right? And I forget who it is that has the chain gun, right? That it's just they're just mowing down the entire jungle. Well, Bruno Mattei must have really liked that scene because
there's 2 or 3
because there's several of them. So that very scene where they're shooting into the jungle at nothing.
Right. They destroy a tree, basically.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, because like
it's just target practice.
When they first get into the jungle, they're walking around, they're scoping everything out, and they see a little twinkle in the tree.
That's the second thing. They had already blown up the one tree.
Yeah, they already blew up one tree, and then they got a little bit further, and it's like, wait, there's a guy. It's like
sniper.
Hey, and he does his, Red Brown does his flexing and his pointing and his whatnot, and they all like take positions,
and they're all like covered positions.
Yeah,
until 2 of the guys stand up.
Well, each one of them in turn
stand up.
Each one of them in turn, while you're looking at them laying down in cover, is like, I'm gonna get the bastard.
Yeah.
Everyone to a man is like, I'm gonna get the bastard.
Be the one that gets him. Yeah.
Right.
So then, like you said, 2 of them stand up, and then all hell
Yeah, they
Like-
just destroy the
Like
to
if
the
that
point-
sniper was, go ahead.
Yeah, well, to the point where the sniper just falls from the tree.
I'm surprised there was anything left.
Yeah.
Like it was hundreds upon hundreds of bullets they shot at him.
It's just
Yes.
pieces of guy.
Just
Yeah.
ripped to shreds.
And they
Swiss
find-
cheese man.
So they've also discovered, this guy included, that there was these kind of smoky, melty guys, which
They've been
They
killed by a
never-
laser.
Yeah.
but I don't think they ever really realized that's what they were killed by.
No, but that's once you see Robo War, I guess we call him.
Well, let's call him Robowar.
Omega One.
1. Yeah, when you see
Oh,
him,
yeah.
he
Reese's.
fires a laser gun, and I assume that is going to
Liquefy.
burn you
Yeah.
the flesh off of your corpse or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's what it is. It's got a burnt corpse. No, your flesh is gone. It's skeleton essentially is what you're left with.
the guy who falls out of the tree. Although I agree with Chuck, it should just be like you're just getting showered on by dust.
Oh yeah, it should be just
Yeah.
pieces of
Yeah.
yeah.
And but he's not as bad ripped up.
No,
but
he looked a little
certainly-
different.
But he certainly took a laser to the face.
And their guns are melted.
Yes, because they climb up to the tree, and it's like the guy's gun didn't come down. Go up there and get it. So a guy, I think it was Peel, just goes right up the rope.
Doop, 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 doop. Like
And-
gym class.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doop doop doop.
Yep, and
Doop doop
Rope,
doop. Right up that
doop,
rope.
rope it, dope, 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 dope. And he gets the gun, and it's like, yeah, it's all melted. It's like, okay, well, this is weird.
This is weird. What's going on
What's
here?
going on here? So they continue to kind of scope out play, and like the squirrely dude that was sent to lead him is kind of like, well, you're gonna do what I say, well. And Red Brown's like, shove it up your
I'm
fucking ass.
leading this
real power
mission.
struggle.
Yeah.
Which lasts all of 2 lines
Yep.
because it happens once and it happens again later, and he's just like, no.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Red Brown is a pretty big dude, and I don't think you're gonna argue with him.
No.
Yeah.
No, Red Brown, I think, is still a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with him.
He seems like a gentle giant. Red
Yeah, I
Brown.
think so.
I feel like he's Tommy Morrison's father.
Oh, the boxer?
Yeah, Tommy Gunn.
Like Tommy Gunn, yeah.
But maybe they're the same age. Well, Tommy Gunn was pretty young, but when he was in the Rocky, but they look pretty similar, don't they?
Maybe
Yeah, a little bit. A
Almost
little bit.
reminds me
Boy,
of
Tommy Morrison's a quirky dude.
Yeah.
He's the guy who claims to have cured himself of HIV.
Isn't he dead?
No, he's still alive. Pretty sure.
Really?
Pretty sure. But him and his wife, I think, are both HIV positive, but claim that they are not.
Interesting.
It's very weird. Yeah.
But yeah, Red Brown reminded me of him. I'm not sure why that popped into my head, but that big. Like, Tommy Morrison's a big dude, too.
Yeah.
And I think Reb is probably every bit as big as him.
Yeah,
He
kind
died,
of.
He died 6 years ago.
Tommy Morrison did?
Yeah.
Did he die of AIDS? AIDS
Um,
related? I'm sure he did. I did not know that. 6 years ago? Jesus.
Yeah, I thought he died. Keep going. I'll find out.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, yeah. All right. He looks like Tommy Morrison.
Yeah, okay. So they shoot the sniper out of the tree. The gun is melted. There's a little power struggle.
Yeah, he died of full-blown AIDS.
Full-blown
it
AIDS.
literally says full-blown,
Full-blown
AIDS
AIDS. Wow.
in Wikipedia.
That's nutty.
So I guess that cure didn't really work. Huh?
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
So we're talking about the story here, but I want to mention all the weird crap that people say in
Yeah,
this
like
movie
the-
that's really
The similes and
strange.
metaphors. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very apparent that an Italian wrote this movie.
Yes, absolutely. Because
There's something lost in translation.
yeah, go for that because you guys were picking up on a lot more of that.
The first one there might have been one before this, but the one that I wrote down was right after the one gentleman gets caught in the bear trap. Well, it's
Yeah.
really a nail trap, but
The nail trap. Yeah.
Right.
kind of like a bear trap. And Guarino says to him, "Look at it this way. Now we all got to smell your feet, and they ain't gardenias." Like, what is he talking? What does he mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like because the guy just gets bandaged up and they put his boot back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we have to smell your feet?
Yeah, and why aren't? I mean, obviously they're not gardenias.
Yeah. And then because he's injured and he's walking funny, someone says, "You're walking like a ruptured duck."
Yep.
What the fuck is a ruptured duck?
They said that before that he got
That was
hurt.
before that?
It was when they first got to the jungle. Somebody was lagging behind,
Oh,
and it's like, and the old guy said, "You're walking. Like
you're walking
a
like a ruptured duck. What?
It's got to be wounded, but they said ruptured.
Yeah,
for
maybe
some
you're right.
reason.
Probably wounded is what they were going for there.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very weird.
What was the one about the collard green?
Well,
Jason has
so
that
so
one.
I have that one. I don't remember the context.
They were talking about how thick the jungle was.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's difficult to navigate, and and somebody said it's like collard green stew. Once you get caught in it, you can't get out of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Was that supposed to be once you go black, you can't go back?
I don't think
And
so.
they were like, "Fuck it, I don't know what I'm."
First
saying.
of all, I've had collard greens and they're delicious, but I've never had collard green stew. But even if I did and it were a thing, I think I would just eat it. I wouldn't get caught in it or try to get out of it. I would just eat it.
yeah,
So how is that metaphor anything that makes sense at
I
all?
don't know.
I don't know.
Well, so that actually brings me to the next plot point here, because then they find they come across a bridge, and Quang is like, "We're not alone. There's vibrations in the air." Or
Yes.
something. And sure enough, there's these people running down the street, essentially being like gunned down,
Chased
by
and
these,
hunted, yeah.
by these gorillas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one, like the squirrely dude's like, was he a psychic or was he clairvoyant or something? How do you know that? It's like, well, that's his fucking job.
Yeah,
He's
it's
the
a fucking tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows when something's not. He probably heard the fucking Jeep coming.
Yeah, and he felt the vibrations.
Yeah, yeah, it was a metal bridge.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he felt things. Anyway, yeah,
When Quang's in the lead, man, there's danger coming.
that's what
That's
they say.
what they
Yeah,
say.
that's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sure enough, danger came.
Danger came.
So there's this babe, there's this blonde babe, Virginia or
Virgin.
however you
Whatever.
That's
Jesus. It's so dumb.
but and two dudes like some Napoleon Dynamite looking dudes like running away from these guys, and the
dudes
gorillas-
get gunned down.
Yeah, the dudes get gunned down, and it looks. We all know what's gonna happen to the girl.
Well, of course, the babe's going to get saved. We need this babe.
Well, but we all know what the
Oh,
gorillas.
if the gorillas got a hold of her, yeah.
Yeah.
we all know what's
Which
gonna
they
happen.
do.
They do, and they're
run
like-
They
it.
they're
capture her,
like-
but what happens?
Out of nowhere.
Bam!
Exactly. Exactly. And what I love about it, too, is they do just kind of show up.
Yeah,
like
and
all
they're
standing
like
in
all
a line.
in like hero.
Yeah,
pose.
they're
Yeah.
almost like
it's
with
like
just their
Justice
hands
League.
at their hips.
Yeah, the Avengers. Just
They don't
showed
even
up or
have their
something.
guns in their hands, but then they realize, oh shit, we should probably grab our guns, and they do, and then they mow them all down.
Right.
They
Yeah.
blow the ever living crap.
They
out-
fire
I mean,
all their bullets
every
again.
single bullet.
Every
And
single
they're
bullet.
just-
They
and
fire
like-
every single bullet they have several times in this movie.
They have to find caches. It's like
Yeah.
a video game, so they find
Right.
like weapon bullet caches at every checkpoint.
Yeah.
They're like, I have new bullets. I must fire them all now immediately.
There's another bullet cache up there. Fire all mine.
It's like I wonder if it was kind of like the Terminator 2 game or like the Aerosmith game, where if you shot like a crate and just like more bullets came.
Yeah,
Aerosmith
exactly.
Game?
The Aerosmith game.
The
I
heroes.
don't remember this.
You don't remember the Revolution X game?
No.
Come on, it was everywhere.
I remember the Terminator 2 game.
It was just like that. It was the exact
Huh.
Acclaim made
Interesting.
both of them.
I
But
don't.
Interesting.
Revolution X was like you had to go save. Like basically, they weren't the evil future band from Sergeant Pepper's.
Yeah. Okay.
They were the other side of it. Now they're like the good guys freeing.
Oh,
people.
weird. Huh.
And it was like a shooting game.
Weird. I never
interesting.
saw that.
Yeah, and you had to like shoot like CDs and like. But anyway, I think you're actually firing CDs.
Oh,
Maybe.
really?
Yeah, they sold a lot of CDs.
Like
in the
Hellraiser
90s.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Revolution X. I'm surprised you guys don't know anything about that.
I just don't remember it.
I don't.
It's
I probably
more
just don't
likely.
remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Terminator 2. It's like Terminator 2. They shoot a bucket.
Go with that.
And like a big cache of bullets come flying out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they just keep firing away. There are plenty of muscle dudes shooting their big ass machine guns in slow motion.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
That's always
and their
welcome.
and their and their
Rippling
arm
muscles.
muscles
Yeah.
are yeah. What is it? They're just like
Rippling.
rippling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's always welcome in these types of action movies.
It's men being men.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there were a couple
being
of times,
so manly.
Well, there were a couple of times, it's like guys are shooting and they look like they're having fun. I want to go out there and do that.
They are probably having fun.
I want to go fuck up a tree with a machine gun.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, how could you not be having fun? Unless the jungle were miserable and the humidity or something were miserable.
or other people are shooting back at you.
They were
yeah.
pretty sweaty throughout
Yeah.
the film, so
Wow.
it's probably pretty damn hot.
It
out
probably
there.
was really hot, but
still,
but
he
they
got-
seemed to be having a lot of fun making
Especially
this movie.
Red Man, he got to scream and shoot bullets at the same time.
His
scream is so good.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's so high pitched.
Yeah, it's right out of Space Mutiny,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And he uses that scream so many times in this movie. Almost every time he fires his gun, he's screaming. It's great.
He screams. Yeah, he's always screaming.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
That dude is. He's 110%. Like he's the epitome of everything that man had. He gave you.
What a
in that
professional,
movie,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, hey, I'll get in my bag of tricks. You'll get it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I can bring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll
And
get it
I'm
all.
going to bring all of it.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
He runs a lot. He screams a lot. He tells people to do things.
Yeah.
These are all things I've seen Red Brown do in every other movie that Red Brown's
Yeah,
been in.
yeah. And he saves people.
And he saves people. He is a hero. Like he is bothered when people die. Like I'm on board for Red Brown. I want to watch more Red Brown.
Hell yeah.
But no. So they when they save the babe, she's like, we were coming from this hospital from
San Juan.
San Pedro.
San Pedro.
I tuned out all this shit. Sorry. Exposition, plot. That's all I heard.
Okay, so San Pedro got overrun by the guerrillas. They were like fucking up the hospital or something.
Yeah, they took
and then
over the hospital.
Robowar showed up. It was like eviscerating people. Like
Yeah.
something happened. She doesn't know exactly what, but something bad happened. And the guerrillas just kind of basically, I guess, just kind of filled the gap or filled the hole or whatever.
Right.
And so now there's like they got hit double duty. So Red Brown's like,
We're going
hey,
to take him out.
Fuck yeah, let's go mess these
Fuck
guys up.
that injustice.
Yeah, we're gonna go fuck them up.
Yep.
And
I got my team of superheroes.
Yeah, that's basically what they are. Because then they show up, two guys go down and kill a couple of guards, and then after that, everybody's like, yeah,
Yeah, all they needed to do
So
to make
great.
it happen was kill 2 guards.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
And they were
50
scot-free, man.
guys died.
If they were going to do that to the city, they didn't need or village. They didn't need to send anyone in first. If they were just going to shoot everything,
They
should've
shot
just-
everything.
Yeah,
Guarino had that fucking bazooka the whole time. You know he was going to use it.
he finally used
He
it.
finally got to use it.
I got Zook, and I'm going to use it.
Like I don't even know how they didn't shoot each other because they were all around buildings.
There was a scene.
Later on,
Well, when they are shooting, there was like guys coming out of the house, and and one of our heroes shoots them, and then somebody on the team comes out of the same house.
yes,
And it's like,
alive.
oh shit, be careful.
Yeah, how did you do that?
Well, they have magical bullets that won't hurt themselves.
Yes.
They're like they know
Yes.
who's the team.
It's like Contra.
yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone got
Exactly.
their moment where somebody snuck up on them or they had like a hand attack. And is it Guarino? Is that his name?
Oh no, Peel was the one's like
Peel is the Italian looking dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
Peel. Excuse me.
he's the Chuck Norris guy.
Yeah, the Chuck
Yes,
Norris
yeah.
guy.
So
yeah.
Peel, they had great
Italian Chuck
overdubs. Like when people were like their back turned, they obviously added this stuff
Yeah,
later
for sure.
And Peel, guy jumps out of a building, and Peel goes, "God damn it, you scared the shit out of me!" And then he's like
Like
kicking
karate
him,
kicking him.
kicking him
yeah,
in the
and
face.
he's got him on the ground, and I think he even like bludgeons him with something.
Yeah,
No,
right.
he breaks his neck.
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh,
He
that's
holds him.
right.
and-
Yep.
Then Reb's got a good one though. He's like shooting a guy, and then a guy comes out from behind, so he takes a knife and like sticks him to the wall.
This might be my favorite moment.
And then
Yeah.
he said, "What was it?" He said like, "Don't move."
Don't
and
move.
Then winks.
it winks at him.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a wink at the camera too,
Yeah.
which I always love. It's like
Yep.
the end of Raw Force.
Yep.
You know, it's delicious.
This movie should have force in the title.
It really should.
Robo
Force.
Robo Force.
Robo Force.
But yeah, so it's like there's that.
This should be an honorary title in Force
in
Con.
Force Month in Force Con
For Force
yeah.
Con. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's that kind of fun.
it is. It's dumb fun. It's just blowing stuff up.
Uh-huh.
So they fucking completely lay waste to this. Like the village is smoldering. It's a pit in the earth at this point. And then the babe's like, the children.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
this is the one really dark moment in the movie.
And they're like, say what?
So they had shot the entire village to hell, and then this woman comes in and tells them there's children.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
so
that would have been
apparently-
good information
Yeah.
before we
It
blew
would've
the
been
whole
great to
fucking
know
place
this
up.
before.
So
Yeah.
apparently the guerrillas did not kill all the men, women, and children of the town
Like
that
she
were
had
left
said,
over, like
yeah.
she had said. They just took the children, assuming that it was probably like a slave labor force or something. So like, oh,
They're
shit.
making Nike shoes there.
Probably. Probably.
Sneakers aren't getting that
Give me
much
free
cheaper.
So he's like, okay, guys, go check out what buildings are left. And the babe finds a tent that these kids look like. I was like, oh, they're just sleeping. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see a little bit of pool blood. And then
Yeah.
she actually has a really good.
She flips out.
Yeah, she looks. That's a good piece of acting from her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she'd been an actress for a while,
Yeah.
like into the
she
into the
she looks
early
She looks
70s.
appropriately distraught at the sight of a cabin full of dead children.
yeah, and then Red Brown and the rest of BAM show up, and it's like, oh, like you can see, like they're kind of like,
And you're
but they blew up that fucking.
I'm
town.
still wondering. I don't know. Did they do it,
Right.
or did the
No,
guerrillas
it looked
kill
like
the kids?
it looked like the guerrillas killed because that tent was in pretty.
It
pristine.
was intact.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they at
It
least
did
didn't
not
blow
look
up
like,
the.
It
the
didn't look
yeah.
like they blew them up, and the woman did not blame them.
Right.
Right.
So I think they were killed by the guerrillas. I don't know why they stashed them in a
But
tent.
why? And why did they kill them? But
'Cause they're
whatever.
bad guys.
It's bad guys.
Yeah.
Bad
the
guys.
guerrillas.
It's that fucking it's that Southeast Asian / Central America / African general bad guy guerrillas,
Right.
like Contras,
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we're dealing with here. But
But now they're all dead. And
Yeah,
all
so it's
and
like-
all we're dealing with now is Robowar.
yeah, and it's like, well,
Omega
damn.
1.
Yeah, so like, they're like wiping out. Like it's like they're almost like in the playoffs, right? Like,
Right.
Like, it's like you got to work your way up to like the.
They're about to be in the Robo Bowl. The
the
Robo
Robo Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Omega 1 is the big boss. It's like
Yep.
they've passed all the stages now.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
They blew up that. They blew up that that town with what would they call that? With impunity. Is that
Yes.
what that's called?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, they, it's like just fucking lay waste to that.
But now,
And
but
this
now,
is the first time they come in contact really as a group with Robo War, with Omega
the
1.
The guerrillas were blown up by Robo War and they ran away from
Right,
that.
but Robo War comes in now. This is the first time he
Yes,
has.
Yeah.
So Garino, it's like they tell Garino, it's like, okay, we're gonna keep looking around. You get our backs, or whatever. You watch our backs, and he's like, well, who's gonna watch my?
Yeah,
back?
another
Right.
great overdub when he's turned
Right.
around.
who's
Yeah,
gonna,
'cause-
who's
Who's
gonna
gonna
watch
watch
my
my
back?
back?
Which is
My
kind of
ass.
great. Yeah.
Right.
The-
Yeah, 'cause-
much different than Burial Ground, where all the overdubs were just pointless and dumb.
Yeah, seems
The-
These
bad.
ones
a lot
add
of
to
the
this-
overdubs in this movie actually
Added
added a little bit of
character.
pizzazz and character. Yeah.
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 And so he decided it's like, okay, everything looks good. I'm just gonna like smoke a cigarette, and boy, I needed this. So I just blew up a town.
Yeah. Feel pretty good.
Feeling pretty good about
Pretty
myself.
invincible.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
I
smoke this
fired
cigarette.
my bazooka.
Yep.
I got to blow up something with my
You knew
bazooka.
as soon as he fired that bazooka, his fate.
was sealed.
was sealed.
Yeah, that is his job. He's
Yeah.
bazooka man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
So
Yeah.
so Garino like lights up a cigarette. And he's like, he's kind of Marlboro Manning that post.
Yeah.
Just kind of chilling there. He's in flavor country now. And then Robo War shows up,
Yeah,
and he's like, "What the fuck?"
And what is robot? Yeah,
Received.
Exactly. Received.
And he's like, "What the fuck?" And he gets lasered. He's dead.
Yeah.
Black guy gets it first.
Yeah. What a cliche.
Yeah. Well, they did kill a whole bunch of probably Filipino guys.
He was the first of the group,
group.
to
Yeah.
go.
Oh yeah,
first
there were a
of all,
lot
good
of
guys.
people that died before that.
He was also the one that took the injury to the ankle. Like, he was abused
He really
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
for
He really
much
was.
of the beginning
And
of that
everybody
movie.
said that his feet stink too.
Yeah, they don't smell like
They
gardenias.
Why gardenias?
I don't know. They
Why
could have
not
just said
roses?
flowers
Yeah.
or roses.
Roses
or-
is what we would
Gardenias.
recognize.
Yeah.
What? I
That
don't
must
even
be an
know.
Italian
I don't even
thing.
know what a gardenia
It
smells
is
like.
yeah. I don't
It
know.
sounds Italian.
Yeah.
And it's probably like the Italian rose or something, you
A
know.
gardenia.
Anyway,
So
I know I would ask Italian listeners, but none of them listening anymore because we pissed them all off. Your movie sucked. Anyway,
Yeah, they're gone.
they're gone.
So what happens next? A lot of just kind of we're trekking through the jungle,
Rock and rock song.
rocking the guitar,
Yeah, well,
rocking songs.
Yeah, it's like, it's like one of those bullshit like, I'm an American, I shoot my guns, bang bang, shooting guys, bad guys, boom boom.
Right. Well, doesn't Peel at that point chase off after?
Yes, Peel at this point, shortly after the song, he
Yeah, it
chases
does
off.
play the song, and
Yeah.
they walk for like 7 miles.
And then, because everybody
and they
has their
walk
own
past
theme.
an area they've already walked through.
Yes.
Like clearly
Yeah.
marked.
They walk through two trees instead of around them.
Yes, that was great.
Yeah.
It was a great shot.
Yeah, that's weird. Everybody has their own theme song because that's when it abruptly ends the rock song to play Peel's song. Which
I
is
would
more
like
of
to
like
go
a
back.
popcorny song.
Yeah, I would like to go back and see if that is legit. Like,
I
it
wish.
seemed like it throughout the film to me. Like,
Well,
this
because
song
then-
plays when he's doing something.
Right, because they played that song when Peel like notices he sees Robowar.
Right.
And so he's gonna go chase off after it, and then it abruptly ends because it shows Corey and he's got a song.
His is the rock song. One of the rock songs,
his
right?
was his was a well, I don't know, it was a different song. It was different than Peel's. So like it abruptly ended Peel's to play Corey's.
Right. It was
theme.
very jarring.
Yeah, and it's like, and he's like, "Hey, where are you going?" So it's like
They
you're in
each
the
have
same
their
place.
their
It's
ring
like-
music.
Yeah, it's like they're both in the same place.
While we're speaking of the music, one of the best scenes in this movie is what the song is playing. It's super loud, and they're just in a walking around. It may have been in that part or a little earlier, and then the music just stops, and the squirrely little dude just smacks a bug on his
Yes.
face. Like the music cuts out, he smacks his face, and then the music comes right back on again. It
Yeah.
was really kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't
don't
know
know-
if that was happenstance or not, but
Yeah,
it was
it was
perfect.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I have a feeling it was probably a joke that was put in by the editor. Or
Maybe.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, why not?
They have to entertain themselves some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So things start really kind of ramping up. Like Peel runs after Robowar and he gets fucked up. He gets his arm cut off. Then later you find him, he's all like eaten up. So it's like, okay, another guy's down. This is when Murphy is like, okay.
Good old Murphy.
Good old Murphy.
Murphy is like, all right, what's going on? And he's like having a flashback to his buddy, and his buddy got blown up by a mine or something.
He's staring at his dog tags
yeah,
for his
he's
buddy.
always keeping the dog
Yeah,
tags
he's
with
staring at him, and then you get
So-
this flashback scene.
him. When the flashback ends, Squirrely guy comes up. It's like, say, really scary stuff out there, huh? Hey, or whatever he says. It doesn't matter. He's being smarmy, and so like that's when like Murphy's had fucking enough of his shit.
Yeah,
Right.
He's
So
done. He's done with that, dude.
Yeah, so he's like, he grabs him by the collars. He's
Puts
like,
a
you're gonna
knife
tell me
to
what
his
the
throat.
fuck is going on
Yep.
here right fucking
Yep.
now. Like he is, like he's angry. Like you don't normally see Reb Brown this angry in this. Like he's never this angry in Space Mutiny or as Captain America. Anyway, so he like grabs him. He's like, you're gonna tell me what the fuck we're after. And the guy's like, no, I'm not going to tell you anything. Or basically says no. So he takes his knife out, like his Bowie knife, and is like holding it to his throat. It's like, try that again. And the guy's like, all right, so here's the deal. He like just totally spills the secrets.
Oh.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, okay, so here's what we got. We've got a perfect weapon that was, a robot that got free. And we can't control it, so we need to shut it down. And it's like, okay. You could have told us that.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, I've lost guys now.
But he also, like, later is talking to one of his guys, Murphy is, and his guy's like, well, why can't we just tell him to tell us how to destroy it, He's like, well, he's not going to give us that information. He'd rather die. It's like,
Yeah, he'll die first.
He'll die
Yeah.
first. Like, what? I mean, you got almost everything out of him with a knife to the throat. I'm pretty sure you can get the rest pretty easily.
Oh, you're talking about like.
This was almost immediately after he gets what he gets initially from Squirrely Dude.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Because
Squirrely Dude's not going to die
And,
for
and,
shit.
and there's
No,
like layers of information that is to be revealed.
Right. Yeah.
For
so-
good effect in the film.
Right,
This is
right.
Good
actually-
effect is
this
maybe a stretch, but
Well, but it bridges the gap between Act 2 and Act 3.
Right.
Right.
At that point. So, at this point.
this movie had acts.
It did.
really
Three
did.
different distinct
did.
acts.
Holy shit.
And they were perfectly cut up, half an hour, half an hour, half an hour.
Yeah.
I always like that perfect symmetry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But so they bunker themselves in because it's like now they kind of basically know what they're up against. They know what's going on, so they decide they're going to set up basically a bunker.
They know that this is a robo war.
This
Yeah.
is
It is now Robowar.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely a robo war. Quang, I believe, is the one who sets up all the traps,
All the grenades,
and
all the
grenades.
mines, all the whatever
everything
he
is
said.
set up.
Yep.
Nothing it cannot get through without us being alerted.
Yep.
Yes.
It immediately gets through.
And he's like, thanks, Quang. Just like,
Yeah, he jumps in and says, "Quiet, everyone! It's here."
Yeah.
Whatever he says.
Quang is essentially the most competent person in this movie.
aside from Red Brown.
But even Reb is
He's
kind of
more
like
competent
but
than Reb. About
I think
some
he's
things,
more
yeah.
competent than Reb. Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's put it this way. He would be like Mr. Spock to Captain Kirk.
All right.
Right? Like
All right.
Mr. Spock is the guy you're going to go to get
He was a logical.
you're
like,
going to get
dude.
you're going to get
Yeah.
your knowledge from him. But ultimately Captain Kirk made the decision.
Spock is going. Yeah. Spock Quang is going to make
Spaquang.
is going to make strategic decisions that will keep everyone alive. But
And
Kirk Murphy is the one who's going to save your life.
Yes.
But he's
Yeah.
also going to be the one who ultimately makes the decision if they should follow Spock Quang.
Sure.
Yeah, and so I mean, he trusts his number two, which Quang is 100% his number two. He has to be. He's always talking to Quang.
Quang is the Quang. Yeah.
Yeah, he has to be the number two.
Yeah.
I would think.
I would think so as well.
Anyway, so Robowar immediately proceeds through the landmine.
The mines
field.
cannot hurt
He
him.
goes around it for a little bit.
Yeah,
and,
he's, like,
he's
checking it
protecting him.
and he's
His
also
thermal
scanning.
sensors
Yes.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's picking up the mines.
Yeah.
So he gets through. So they have to start blasting them.
This is when Squirrely Dude.
Squirrely Dude decides, okay, well, I've got this little remote control like blower upper thingy,
But he has to be in close proximity
and so he walks right
and
up
has
to
to
him.
aim it right at his forehead. It's the worst detonator in the history of detonators.
Yes.
Pretty much.
He says
Yeah.
the beam has to go right to
Right
his
between his
center
eyes.
of his
center
forehead.
of his forehead. Yeah.
So he walks up to him, and it gets killed.
Yeah.
So old guy Corey is like, all right,
I'm
my
gonna-
turn.
I'm up next.
I got to go get the receiver.
Oh, before that though, Squirrely Guy gives Reb
Oh, yeah, a little
Murphy
tape.
a little tape recorder.
Yeah.
And it says, "Listen to this later."
And that's important.
That's very important.
So Corey goes up, and he's like, he gets killed relatively quickly too. Like,
Kind of a cool scene when he punches him and his blood like squirts.
And
on
I
the
like
camera
that a
lens.
lot too. Yeah.
That was
yeah,
kinda
it was
cool.
a very first person type of moment
Yeah.
there. Yeah, like
It felt kind of like a video game too,
Yeah.
where you die and
You
the
get the
blood
blood
hits
splatter,
The screen.
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
This
exactly.
movie needs to be a video game.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I'd play it.
Yeah,
I'd be all over that.
But it'd have to be like on I want it to be on like old school.
Well, like you
Nintendo.
said, it has
Yeah.
to be like Akari Warriors or something.
Yeah.
That came up, right?
Yeah,
During the
it did.
film.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at one point when they were blowing up the little village, I was like, well, here we are. We've made it to Nintendo game.
Yeah.
You know, which is all of these movies back then eventually got to something that Nintendo was like, take these notes. You know, we make this into a game. Anyway, so.
Or vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of action movie. A lot of
Maction?
Maction.
Maction movies.
Spaquang Maction movies.
Action movies these days are very gamey in that sense. So
Quang.
so now we're basically left with Quang Murphy and Babe.
Yeah.
And so they head off, and Quang's like, you know what?
I have this thing to do that I saw in Predator. so you two go ahead without me. I'm going to take off my shirt, pull out my machete,
and get killed
immediately by the monster. Yeah.
So yeah, his object was to deter or slow Robo Omega 1 down.
So that Murphy and Babe.
So Murphy and Babe are running for some amount of time, but after they hear the scream of
they stop.
Spaquang,
Yeah.
they stop and basically waste all of the time.
They waste his death. It's the same thing that happens in Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she ends up saying, hey, there's an old hospital here. We'll find something. We'll just basically turn this hospital into a giant bomb.
Yeah, we'll make a mixture and blow them up.
We're going to use the citric
acid.
Citric
acid.
This jar of citric acid.
Orange juice, basically.
This orange juice is going to save us.
I would very much like to know for sure if it's citric.
It looked like it said citric acid.
And it looks pretty orange.
Yeah, it really does.
But what ends up happening is Reb listens to the little tape, finds out his buddy, it's his head and his brain that's inside Robowar.
His buddy got Robocopped.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep. And
not even basically. He just did.
This point, he's like, all right, you know what? Let's go fight him. Whatever. We got to end this. We got to get out of here. He opens the door and he's immediately like fucking punched.
Dude, that dude just appeared out of nowhere a lot.
He was just right by the door. Boom!
Yeah.
He gets thrown in, and at one point, like they're locked, they're locked by their shoulder, like a wrestling move, right?
Yeah,
you know,
almost like they're circling in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, and they're like holding on to each other's shoulders, and they're looking into each other's eyes, and you know they're realizing who the other person is, and Reb just goes.
He does. He takes them by surprise.
Yeah, so they get out. He takes Robowar's gun.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
So she splashes some orange juice on his face.
And it makes his circuits all go.
Yeah, he gets all haywire.
All haywire. Yeah.
So then so Reb shoots the laser, blows up that hospital real good.
Yeah.
Blows it up, but good. And
it's over.
we think it's over.
It's done.
Yeah.
In fact, we were thinking like, oh, he's going to come back.
Right. So
Robowar's going to
go
come
the
back.
Beach, and there's a boat. It's like,
this is it.
I guess this is it. And Robowar punches.
But it's gone from night to day too, and you're like, this shit's over.
Yeah.
Robowar just punches Reb.
Dude, what's that guy's name? Bark Butlered him.
Bark Butler.
Yeah, he just
Butlered him.
out of nowhere just cold cocks him basically.
And then they fight a little bit, but then all of a sudden Robowar is like, no, I don't want to fight you.
I want you to blow me up.
Yeah, he hands him the detonator.
Yeah, and he's like, you push this button.
Push the button.
Turn it on, push the button.
Yeah, he pushed it like 7 times.
Yeah,
He's
it's
like, take this and blow me up.
Like this.
Yeah. And what does Red Brown do? He takes it. He looks into his friend's eyes. He pushes the button, and then Robowar
tells him,
points.
You better go.
He's like, it's like Babe Ruth calling a shot.
Yeah.
He points. And he's like, oh, shit, I should probably jump over this waterfall right now.
Well, there's something
And
important here, though. There's something important here where we find out that Red Brown is partially responsible for Robowar even existing.
Oh, right.
Because he
the
wouldn't.
guy was dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is important.
Right. Go ahead, Chuck.
So we have another flashback to their Vietnam days where Woodring, I think his name was,
Yes.
Woodring, yeah.
steps on a mine
Because I called him cock.
and basically blows up everything except for his head, apparently.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's who the military. They said that they took
That was all
what
that
they
was
were
usable.
interested in.
Yes.
His head and his brain.
Yeah. So anyway, while Woodring is lying there, he asks Murphy to finish him multiple times
Put him out
because
of
he
his
knew his
misery.
life was going to be
It was over.
living
He's
worse than
he's essentially a torso
dying.
and a head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the dude from One.
And
Johnny
Murphy
got his gun.
And Murphy
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
Yeah, Murphy couldn't do it. So here we are again in the same situation where Robowar is asking him, dude, this time we just
Would
do
you just
it.
fucking kill me?
Will you just kill me already, Murph?
Yeah.
And Marv's like, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
He jumps off the
That was a great ending. He jumps off a waterfall cliff into the water.
I just realized that
explodes.
RoboCop was Mark Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Not
I
Marv.
wonder if they used
Not
Murphy.
Murphy either.
Murphy.
Marf, but it was Murphy.
Yeah.
But Murphy was Murphy.
Murphy was.
Yeah.
They might be stealing the name or borrowing
Oh,
the name
yeah,
for a
bro.
yeah.
They
100%.
definitely did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he jumps. That was legitimately someone jumping off of a big waterfall.
I think that was Red Brown. It looked
maybe.
like him to me.
I want to know.
The thing explodes, and he
He escapes into the waters.
yeah
The
movie ends.
hot babe is on the boat,
yeah, and she's worried.
and she's worried.
Yeah.
But the movie ends.
Yeah.
Everything's cool.
Yeah,
Everything's
it's good.
cool.
We're done.
Everything's good.
They nailed it.
Yeah, no, they pretty much they did stick the landing
Yeah.
on this. They
It's
could have fumbled this real bad. It could have been a real goofy fist fight or something.
It's actually amazing when you have a story that you write onto paper with all of the things you want to film,
Oh, like a script?
like a script.
Like a script.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where everybody knows what the story is and what to say,
Yeah.
and you shoot that,
Mm-hmm.
and it works, and you make a movie. They did it.
A movie with Murphy.
They made a fucking movie.
Yeah. This was definitely the most cohesive,
Yeah.
for sure,
100%.
of the Mondo Italiano
Agreed.
movie.
This one
movies.
1,000%.
This one was the best one. This one was the one that had a clear cut beginning, middle, end. You know what's going on.
Yep.
You know what's the
And sure, it's Predator, but who fucking cares?
sure.
They had a
And-
good template to base
Yeah.
it
Sure.
off of,
and
and
but
Yep.
it's
deviated
clear
where they
cut.
wanted.
There's no stupid twists.
Yeah.
You know, fine. Okay, it's a little silly that his friend is the.
But it's
is the
got to be
robot.
somebody.
But it's fine.
It's got to be
But
somebody.
it could have just been a whole robot.
Nah, it's better because it's got to be Robocop.
Sure.
It gave him a reason to not want to destroy it.
Right.
Like,
At the end
Yeah.
of the day,
I think it's better-
He had a choice to make.
It's better what they did than if they made it a nameless
Sure,
robot. I
sure.
think.
But but at the end of the day, yes, all of that was a solid way of saying we're going to put a little heart into this. We're going to make you feel for our hero, not just like be like, yeah, he's blowing shit up, but he's like he's a human too, you know. And he's got some baggage.
Has had to make some hard choices.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, and he lived with those choices.
Yep.
Yep.
Even after losing all of his friends that he brought with him to go kill another friend of his.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, he's made some hard choices.
Yeah.
You know?
it's fun. It's a fun movie.
Yeah. Recommend.
I do too.
I recommend this, Eaten Alive, and Burial Grounds is just
I
really goofy.
wholeheartedly recommend Burial Ground just on the oddity alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
it's
movie
a,
is
it's
so
a weird
strange.
one.
Yeah, yeah. I don't recommend Night Killer to anyone.
No, unless
that
you
movie's
can watch the
bad.
first 20 minutes
Yes.
on like YouTube or something.
Right.
Just
And
to
if you
see the
decide
utter
to move
craziness.
forward, go for it.
Yep, peril
But
at your
at
own
Your own
risk.
peril. Yes.
Yeah, your mileage will vary
Yep.
very quickly after the first 25, 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Agreed. But this is a fun ride
this
throughout.
one's good. This one's good throughout. This one is number one when it comes to.
Number one. I don't think this movie is as good as Shocking Dark, though.
You had said during the watching it, you thought it was miles better,
I
right?
thought it was.
Really?
yeah.
I don't agree.
I like this was much more compact and made far more sense.
I agree that this movie makes more sense, but Shocking Dark is more. It has two things that I treasure. It has more things that are blatantly ripped off.
Okay.
Like the scene with
Yeah,
with Garada or whatever her
yeah.
name is, where she's
Greta.
doing the Vasquez scene
Yeah.
with Paxton, right, and Aliens. I mean, that shit is ripped right out of that. And
Really?
it's glorious.
That's
Chuck.
awesome.
It is unbelievable. And
Yeah.
she's like, "We got this and we got that. We're badasses, right?" Oh, it's fucking amazing.
Well, when we're comparing Alien to Predator, I know where you're going to lean.
Fair enough. But
Anyway.
but it's
Right.
it's almost shot right down to the dialogue.
Yeah.
It's glorious.
That's awesome.
Bad.
Here's what I will say about Shocking Dark. Shocking Dark is a better bad movie.
And the last
Robowar is the better movie.
fair. And the last 10 minutes of Shocking Dark is so goddamn bonkers that it deserves, in my mind, the #1 best Mondo Italiano I've ever seen. Like, as far as a rip-off film, like it is in my heart #1.
Okay.
But
Fair
yes,
enough.
I actually do agree that
This is a real movie.
From-
Robowar is a real
from
movie.
A to Z, Robowar moves better. It's not really ever boring, and Shocking Dark is boring at times.
Yeah, it's like get to that fucking guy falling off the fucking the railing death where his head shoots off in the opposite direction.
Once the cat is out of the bag with the android with the Terminator, it finally is like, okay, thank God. We all know it's a Terminator. Let's get there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Was it time traveling Terminator?
There was time travel.
in this.
There was Terminators. There was fucking aliens. There were Marines. Like, that movie is
There's
a gem.
government people.
That movie's a goddamn gem.
I'll have to watch that. I haven't seen that one.
It's
I'll lend you my copy. It's beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Chuck, how do you feel about where do you rank your Italian expirance
You mean in individual movies?
in
or
these
four movies? I think I like this one the best, which is odd because I was very tired going into it.
Yeah.
I was spent on Italiano.
This is a long day, folks. We did all 4 of these movies and episodes in the same day, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so, I mean, it woke me up a little. It was entertaining. So I think it was probably my favorite, but I really liked Burial Ground a lot for some weird reason. I don't know why.
That's the one that's going to haunt me.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, because you're just gonna get pictures of Peter Bark
fucking Bark.
in
Yeah.
your head.
But also Bark Butler.
Bark Butler.
He was a badass. And I mean, we had those middle 2 movies had awesome male leads. We had Mark Butler, and then we had Wooten. I mean, he's the weirdest male lead in the history of the universe because he's basically a monster the entire film, and then he's not. He jumps through a window and saves everybody. Like
he is absolutely the reason to watch that movie.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, oh my God.
I agree. But overall, though, God, Night Killer's bad.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
It's almost rage-inducingly bad.
Oh yeah. I felt like we many times just wanted to throw things at the screen. It was that bad.
I wanted to kick your television.
Yeah, we wanted to destroy your property.
Yeah.
I remember when I did that with Hellraiser, whatever.
Yes.
7.
Yes. I don't remember which Hellraiser it was, but
bad. It was bad.
You were
bad
broken.
Times.
It broke
I was
you.
done.
That's going to happen with Leprechaun. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly when it's going to happen.
Yep.
I know exactly when it's going to
Space or Vegas?
There's a Vegas one I forgot.
Isn't there?
Yes.
Well,
there
that's-
absolutely
Isn't
is.
that in the hood?
Oh, I don't know. No, I think it might be after the hood.
Oh, wait. No.
Or Vegas might be 3.
3.
Oh,
no,
boy.
It's going to happen.
We might need to call you Chuck. We're like, Chuck, we need help.
We need Leprechaun help.
Yeah.
We need help.
We're doing.
Yeah.
We might as well spoil it. We're doing all of the Leprechaun films. There are
8
of them, but we're gonna do 2 first. So we're gonna watch 1 and 2 and do an episode.
At
3
least,
and 4
at
and do an
least our
episode.
Halloween episode is going to be good.
So it'll be 4 episodes for 8 films, but we're gonna watch them all, and it's gonna suck.
It's going to suck.
We're not gonna do it all in one day though.
I was going to say, that would be
We'll
insanity.
probably break it up into 2 days,
Yeah.
but it's gonna blow.
Yeah, the Hellraiser was rough.
Yeah, I really thought that would be more fun than it was.
It was not.
There were discoveries though. Like there were actual legitimate movies that we didn't think we would like that we did.
Yes, that's true.
Which was nice.
Yeah.
You would think with all that
I'm not sure that's going to
acupuncture,
happen with the Leprechauns.
Pinhead would be a nicer
like a real
dude.
cool dude.
Yeah.
He's
He'd
got
be like
all
real
that
relaxed.
acupuncture going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It
no,
doesn't
he's-
calm that
he's a
fucker
jerk.
down at all.
What the
No.
fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, he does seem kind of calm.
Yeah, maybe.
Most of the
He's
time.
just evil.
But he's just evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is he
So-
though? Is he really truly evil?
Yeah, I don't necessarily think he's evil. He's just playing a role. It's his
got-
lot. It's
it's
his
his
lot
lot
in
in afterlife.
in the afterlife is to execute specific demands and rules.
Yeah.
As it pertains
And
to
he
weirdo
does it.
sex
He
shit.
does do it pretty.
He does a pretty good job.
Pedantically.
Yeah.
I mean, he
guess.
Pedantically?
is that a word? Pedantically.
But no, I thought
Pedantic.
you were making
Oh, pedantically. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Take it.
It's pedantic.
That's very
Let's
pedantic.
just get
We're
out
at the
of it.
end
Let's-
of this
let's-
day.
Let's go back home.
Yep.
We're going back to Sexy September is coming up next.
September. It's
Poison
gonna
Ivy 1 through 4.
1 through 4. It's gonna be fun, kids. It's gonna be sexy.
To say.
I think it's a pretty good. The first 3 episodes are pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't know about the 4th one.
that one just evolved into
It's,
mush of crap.
I still stand by the fact that it might be the most fun because it's awful. Like if you want to just listen to us not know what the hell we're doing, listen to that episode.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We lose ourselves pretty quickly.
Pretty
Sexy.
Yeah.
Yep, it's real sexy.
It's real sexy.
So new episodes every Wednesday, filmseizure.com. Monster Mondays on Monday, you know the whole routine. We're on the SoundCloud is where we upload stuff. You can subscribe to us there. You can subscribe to us also on iTunes or Google
we're
Play.
on the internet. We're on the internet.
You guys are on the interwebs?
Yeah.
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 They let anybody on there.
It's
Wow,
crazy.
That's amazing.
We tried for so long, and then we got on the internet, and it was huge for us.
That's
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
giant success.
Yeah.
I dial up the old 14.4 modem.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
super highway of
It was
information.
it was a game changer.
Yeah.
Was.
I can
Yeah.
imagine
Yeah.
nobody heard you before that.
No,
Literally
no.
nobody.
We were faxing our episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
that I'm on the internet, I attack people in comment boards. It's great. It's great.
I can't. I
We
cannot
became
believe that.
monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
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 We go into your real dark places. Anyway. Yeah, so we're on the interwebs. As I was saying, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, TuneIn. Go there, you'll find us. Just go to Facebook
Yeah.
or Twitter. Type up boop, 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 boop. We come up.
I'm like a
At
dumb.
Film
I'm
Seizure?
like a dumb 40-year-old. That's all I do is Facebook, and it's like the worst place. I hate it. I don't understand Twitter still. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I know hashtagging. I'm cool with that. But I'm pretty much a dumb 40-year-old.
You sound like somebody's grandpa.
I'm
is
yeah,
what you
yeah.
sound like.
Normally
hashtag-
that's my job.
I know the hashtagging. But yeah,
We'll get off your lawn.
go to the Google box,
Two
type in
cranky
Film
old
Seizure.
men talk films.
You'll find us.
Yeah.
That's the new name of the
Yeah.
show.
Listen to our stupid shit. Thanks.
Chuck, you got anything you'd like to wrap up on? We appreciate you joining us here.
Yeah, this is the last one, so thank you for having me. It was fun. I'm gonna head back to the Americas. Maybe
Yeah.
catch you guys there
Yep.
sometime.
Yep. We got. We'll see you later this
What are
year.
you coming back for?
Coming back for Dead Alive and The Frighteners.
Beautiful.
Yep. That's I believe in November.
Yeah.
Two of my those are like
That
two of my favorite films.
Those are going to be good
Those
episodes.
Yeah.
should be good.
Yeah.
Those should be good. I'm looking forward to that.
Those two films are actually getting remastered as we speak by Peter Jackson.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's giving those the Weta treatment.
Really?
He's rinsing and stripping and restoring and making those look better than they've ever looked.
That'll
as
be
we speak.
huge for Dead Alive.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah,
Frighteners
absolutely.
still looks pretty good.
Well, yeah, I don't know actually if he's doing it for Frighteners. I take it back. He's definitely doing
He's
it
definitely
for
Brain
Dead
Damage.
Alive and Bad Taste.
Bad taste.
Yep.
And Meet the Feebles.
Yeah, Meet the Feebles. Yep.
All right. So until next week when we get real sexy.
Real sexy.
Real sexy. Boy, we got the deep voice guy.
Yeah,
coming back,
Jeff
hasn't
gets
he?
the deep voice guy coming back.
Yep. I talked him into coming
He
back.
paid him. He gave him a tenner in the alley and said, "Hey, do your thing."
And then after I was finished, I was like, I meant the other thing.
Yeah. Received.
Anyway, so until then, I'm Jeff Arbuckle.
I'm Jason Oliver, and you have been listening to Film Seizure.
Gross.
Yeah, it's really awkward when you do it.
Blech.